Do you want to know the biggest mistake people make when trying to land high-ticket clients? Is they lead with the pitch. They send cold emails, they spam LinkedIn messages, and they cold call begging for meetings. And then they wonder why they keep getting ignored. Here's what's interesting though. I talk to a lot of consultants and service providers who are doing these things that are really good at what they do. And so the problem isn't their expertise, it's their approach. So what if I were to tell you that landing clients that pay you $50,000 plus has nothing to do with selling, and instead it's about doing the exact opposite of that? And in today's video, I'm going to show you our 3-step framework that's helped our business as well as our clients' businesses consistently land dream clients who happily pay premium prices. And the best part is this works for any B2B consultant or professional service founder who has a high ticket price. Now let's dive into things. Before I break down this framework, let me share something that might change how you think about high ticket sales forever. I want you to think about the last time you've got a client through a referral. Why did they convert so easily? It's simple. There was already trust built in. Someone they respected had vouched for you. Now here's where most people go wrong with cold prospects. Everyone's trying to rush to the sale. It's like going up to someone at a bar and immediately asking them to marry you. It sounds ridiculous, right? Yet that's exactly what most people do with high-ticket clients. They try to jump straight into a $50,000 engagement without building any trust or relationship first. So the real question becomes, how do you create that same level of trust with cold prospects that you get automatically with referrals? And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. So this brings us to step number 1, which is called the ego play. Now here's the truth. High-level clients, they don't respond well to pitches. They respond instead to value and recognition. So instead of selling, we use what I call ego-based campaigns to get our foot in the door. And here's a couple of examples of how it works. One example is you can have a podcast and you can invite them to be a guest on your podcast. Now you might be thinking, I don't have a podcast. That's fine. Let's just start one. It's one of the most powerful tools for building relationships with high-level decision makers. Think about it. You're giving them a platform to share their expertise and promote their brand. Most people don't say no to that. Second thing that you could do is you can feature them in an industry report or white paper. This is incredibly powerful because you're positioning them as a thought leader. You're not asking for anything, you're offering them an opportunity to showcase their expertise. And here's a pro tip. Make it exclusive. Instead of saying I'm writing a report, say I'm featuring a select group of industry leaders. Third thing that you can do is include them in an exclusive executive roundtables. This is one of my personal favorites because it checks a couple of different boxes. It positions them among their peers, it gives them valuable insights from other leaders, and it creates natural relationship building opportunities. And most importantly, it makes them feel important. Now here's the fourth thing that you can do. Invite them to beta test something valuable. This makes them feel like an insider and gives them early access to potential advantages for their business. Now the key here is exclusivity. Make it invitation only. Let me share with you a real example. We had a client in the IT consulting space who was struggling to reach enterprise CIOs and CTOs. Cold emails weren't working and their LinkedIn messages were being ignored. So here's what we did. We created a podcast for these CIOs and CTOs to come on where they could share their thoughts on the trends within the IT space and the cyber-related space. And the result was within 2 weeks, they were having conversations with CTOs from companies they've been trying to reach for years. And why? Because they led with value instead of a pitch. And so after you've done that, we're going to walk into what we call step number 2, the entry offer. So now that you've got their attention with one of these ego-based campaigns, here's where most people mess it up. They try to immediately pitch, their full high-ticket service, or they try to bait and switch people. It's a big mistake, right? Instead, you need what I call a low-friction first step. And think about it this way. Even though you've built some initial trust with them, jumping straight into a sales engagement that's $50,000 plus is still a big ask. And you want to smooth things over nice and gently. So you need a stepping stone that makes saying yes feel safe and obvious. So here's what that looks like. After you guys have done the podcast, the roundtable, the beta test, you offer them something of value. Hey, here's a specialized audit. This works incredibly well because it's low risk for them. It delivers immediate value. It uncovers issues that they may not know about, and it positions you as an expert to help them fix those issues. The second thing that you could do is a high-value strategy session. But don't just make it any strategy session. Here's how to make it irresistible. Make it hyper-focused on one specific problem. Provide a clear, tangible deliverable. Include frameworks or tools. Give them something that they can implement immediately. The third thing that you could do is provide an exclusive workshop that solves a specific pressing challenge. And the key here is specificity. Don't make it generic, right? Target their exact pain point and make sure that it actually provides value. Another thing that you could do is a small pilot project, and this demonstrates a clear ROI. And this is particularly effective because it limits the risk and it proves your value and it creates momentum. And let me break down why this works so well. When you offer something like a paid audit or a strategy session, the investment is low enough that it doesn't require a lengthy approval process. It gives them a chance to experience your expertise firsthand, and you can uncover bigger opportunities that justify larger engagements. And most importantly, you're not selling, you're solving a specific problem. And the key to nailing your entry offer is that it becomes so valuable that it feels like a no-brainer. It should deliver a clear, tangible result that makes them think, if they can do this in just a few hours, imagine what they could do with a bigger engagement. And an extremely powerful way to make these entry offers super no-brainer is you can reverse the risk with some form of guarantee. Once you've done those first 2 steps, this leads me to the final and most important step, which I call the Ascension. Do you want to know the fastest way to turn a small client into a $50,000 dream client? Blow their mind with results. Most service providers, they do just enough to get by. They deliver what was promised and nothing more. But to land and keep your dream clients, you need to consistently over-deliver. So let me give you some tips on what you can do to over-deliver and exceed people's expectations. Go beyond the scope of your engagement. When you spot an opportunity or risk that they hadn't considered, share it. This shows that you're thinking about their business holistically and you're not just completing tasks, that you're an actual partner. So be proactive. Don't wait for problems to surface. If you see something that could become an issue, flag it and propose an immediate solution. And this positions you, like I said, as that partner, as a strategic advisor, and not just another service provider. The last thing that you could do is stay engaged, even after the project ends, right? Share relevant articles, insights, make valuable introductions to people within your network, invite them to exclusive events, keep them informed about industry trends, right? And so when you do these things, this will build more trust with those prospects, and it will allow you to have the opportunity to pitch them something bigger. So if you go and implement that 3-step framework, you will have no problem closing these high ticket deals. So let's quickly recap this 3-step framework. First is the ego play, right? Use recognition and value to open the doors. Step number 2 is the entry offer. Make it easy to say yes to start to work with you. Make it a no-brainer offer. And step number 3 is the Ascension. Over-deliver and expand naturally. And this is exactly how we've helped our clients build $1 million pipelines of dream clients. There's no awkward, cold outreach, no awkward pitching, just strategic relationship building that works. Now, do you want our complete framework for implementing this within your business? Go ahead and click the link in the description and you can book a call with myself and we'll be able to put together this framework within your own business. Now, if you guys did make it all the way to the end, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I hope this did provide you value and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take it easy. Ciao.